something she did, is seditious. So people have seen more seditious stuff being said over primetime news, but nothing has happened to those people. And here you have, very, very, very innocent doctriner being. So people are, when people are dissatisfied because they see laws being applied differently to different people, you are just going to have more of such remarks coming out. Number one, and also number two, I really feel that media has the responsibility and a role to play in this. If the media doesn't give so much airtime to people like Zulkifli Nordin, Ibrahim Ali, then you won't have something like that lah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Everything that the opposition do, and we always tend to hear and believe that what they're doing is right for the people. And Barisan, whatever they do, Barisan government is always wrong. Have they ever done anything right?
Bien.
Yes, in your opinion.
Have you seen any?
I don't know. I personally always feel it's always been the same. The country is progressing, but it's always I scratch your back, you scratch my back.
Okay, I'll comment on one thing that I think
Nobody
the police.
asked me because no, but seriously, you first. Seriously.
I will comment on something which the police has done, and I think it was a right thing to do, but they have stopped doing that. Now it's not as extensive. During Hishamuddin's time, they started Ops Payung, putting policemen on the streets. People felt safe again. And during that time, I believe in a lot of hotspots, the crime rate actually came down. But because of budget, I remember reading the statement by one of the CPOs, I think, on the budget, why they have to stop that. But the Ops Payung, today they say they still have Ops Payung, but it's not as extensive. And I think that was the right thing to do, and I think they need to do it again this time by just flooding streets with policemen. People feel safe.
Now they have guns. You think police are going to feel safe themselves sitting on the street under the payung with guns everywhere?
There was that recent incident where the police were said to be involved, for the shooting of my watch guy Sanjeevan. So the police was involved, and now that they have this label, maybe they could be the bad hats as well. I mean, how are we going to trust them? People get killed and beaten to death in prisons.
I think this is where the Prime Minister really has to come out and assure people.
There we go.
You have to come out and assure people. But so far, I don't think we.
Do you have faith in your? Do you have faith in your current Prime Minister? Do you think he's the right choice to be the Prime Minister right now?
I think if given a choice, I would choose someone else.
Who would that be?
Anwar Ibrahim.
Why?
Why? Because I believe that Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim has, provided answers to a lot of people via, debates and charamas, on how you can actually lead the country, and the offer to debate. That's where I think the people will be able to hear for themselves who can do a better job in terms of policy making and issues and crises in this country. So.
Is Anwar Ibrahim just a character of charisma, or is he really a leader with reasons to lead the country? Or is he just there just to dethrone Najib so they can say to Dr. Mahathir, here you go, my middle finger?
Or to put it, crudely. Yeah, someone said that it was just because he has everything already. He has the money and all that, but it's just to show the third finger to Dr. Mahathir.
I tell you honestly, if I were Anwar Ibrahim, being wrongly imprisoned for so many years, and then when you come out and you have time to retire, why wouldn't he retire? I think the answer lies in my answer as well to your first question. Why take the difficult road when there's an easier road for you personally? For me, I feel whether you're old or young, the work is not done. If you look at the state in our country at the moment, it's actually going downhill. And someone has to come out and do the job.
Have all DAP manifestos been presented, delivered and achieved according to what was presented and promised to the people?
Not all yet. Some are also due to federal powers, but I just want to touch on local government elections. Local government elections, I personally, I'm all for local government elections because I feel people need to be able to elect their councillors. Right, to decide on policies
and not be
for them.
Appointed or elected,
Correct.
Yeah.
At the moment, they only elect their member of parliament and state assemblymen. So anything to do with council, they remember the faces that they elected. So people come to us, to their member of parliament. They go to Gobin, if drains are not clean. So, it should not be that way. I believe we need to restore local government elections. And Penang, under the leadership of DAP, they have started, they passed an enactment for local government elections, but SPR doesn't want to cooperate to implement that.
So a lot of things that you all want to do as part of the manifesto cannot be executed, implemented because of federal government.
If it concerns federal powers, yes.
Okay, can you give a very specific example so the people, they're always asking, every time we ask a question to DAP, have you all delivered your manifesto? It's because of federal government.
No, local government election is the clearest example. Look at the state, Penang passed passed the state law for local government elections, but SPR didn't cooperate. Yeah.
Being in politics yourself for the last 8 years? Has been that
No,
long?
5 years.
5 years?
Yeah.
Okay, 5 years. And
Still very young.
Yeah, still very young. Have you had any personal experiences of being in politics where you had a snitch? Someone who came into your team and to feed information to the Barisan National team so that they could find ways to take Hannah Yeoh down because she's an up and rising superstar.
Yeah, so it's not just in the big screens that we see such things, Spies.
I'm not sure if this particular staff of mine has been sent by anyone, but I literally took her into my team because she came looking for financial aid, for her sick mother. And I thought, okay, we are looking for someone to do the work. Maybe we can give this girl a chance, give her a good job so that, we can help her at least take her out from the cycle of poverty. And so I took her in, and then she's in charge of state government program to disperse funds, funeral expenses, to families. And I didn't know that she has been forging people's signatures. Okay, and so up to that time, on the 2nd of January this year, 2013, no one has called me to complain that she has taken their money. Okay, I happened to be in office that day, and one complainant actually walked up and said, "Can I check, whether I have whether the money has been paid out?" And so my new manager came on board and checked the signature, and he said, "This is not my signature." And so on the next day, when I discovered this, I went straight to the police station and I lodged a police report against my own staff. Because we shout out to everybody that, in this office, we want to do things the right way. We are a clean politician, and we want to fight corruption. So when we discovered that one of our team members has been doing this, forging, the report must come from me first.
So is it your fault then that you were not responsible enough for your constituency, that you took in someone based on your trust towards the person?
Perhaps you should have checked her background first or something. What do you think?
Given another chance, I definitely want to be more careful in employing people. But like I shared with you, the state government up to that point pays our staff 1,300 ringgit to take home
Per month.
per month.
Per month.
Okay, so
That's not very much.
Yeah. So I have to take part of the responsibility. That's why I was the one who lodged police report. We lodged 3 police reports against her. I did the press release. It's up on my blog, the statement. I didn't try to cover this up, even during a time when it's so critical, so close to election. I didn't cover it up, and I say, I have to expose this because if I say I fight corruption,
have taken the money or done something like that.
Correct. So we say we will do our own internal audit. We did our audit. We gave all the information to the police, and I said, police, here are all the info. Please charge her.
What has happened to her since then?
They have charged her, and she's out on bail. I think the police told me that they are waiting for the next mentioned date. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've actually got not much time left. I've been given the wrap-up sign.
Okay.
But then again, maybe just 2 issues. DAP being on the brink of being deregistered, and ROS is asking the party to hold elections.
Yep.
And Lim Kit Siang is saying no. What's going to happen? And will there be another party?
I'll leave this to the party leadership
Sure.
to answer. But I think all they are asking from ROS now is, give us specifically the reason why you are not satisfied with our explanation, which part of it you are not satisfied, and then we will provide you with more information if you need. Yeah.
And on another note, you were also like 2 years ago trying to register, and this has surfaced also on the internet all the time, to register your daughter, newborn daughter at that time, as Anak Malaysia and not under any other race. And was it something that was unsuccessful?
We attempted to register her as Anak Malaysia, but then they said, the Home Ministry said, their system at the National Registration Department is incapable of registering anything apart from Chinese or Indian for my husband and I. So we wanted Dan Lain Lain. They say, no, you don't qualify because I'm a Chinese. I'm not a Dan Lain Lain. So I can't, my daughter cannot be a Dan Lain Lain. So I say, okay, leave it empty. They say, no, sorry, our system is also incapable of doing that. You know, you have to take one. So we said, okay, really, it's up to you. You decide. Because we wanted Anak Malaysia. And then the Home Minister said that he wanted to study the Constitution to answer us. 2 years have passed. She is now more than 2 years old. No answer given. We attempted a second time when Kaylee was born. But this time, we discovered that the form, they have actually taken the chop out. So they don't give it even an option to fill in. They automatically printed out as Indian. Okay, so my first daughter is Chinese, my second daughter is Indian. That tells
you have 2 husbands, right?
No, that tells you a lot about our system, our National Registration Department system.
But what point were you trying to prove when you wanted to register her under Anak Malaysia? I think you are probably the first Malaysian to want to do that.
I was told by my lawyer, my friends who are lawyers, they have actually attempted to do that as well, but it was not highlighted. You see, many people in this country want to move beyond race-based policies and politics. You know, today, what we're having today is a result of race-based politics. Very bad, you know.
Who's the mastermind of this race-based politics that you think is a divide and conquer strategy? Who you think is the #1 guy who's wanting this to happen?
Barisan Nasional.
And who's that man behind this Barisan Nasional campaign?
I think someone who has retired but is still very active in politics. I think you know his name.
Would you like to say the name also that our viewers will know it from your perspective?
No, it's okay because I don't want to be sued for defamation unnecessarily. Yeah, but this is the result of race-based politics for so many years. And as a new young Malaysian, you know, I want to move forward. And you know, if we talk about it openly in public during ceramas, we want to fight race-based politics. We must be consistent. You know, even in a private area where it's just between me and the officer, you know, it is more convenient to just fill up a race. But you know, we have to be consistent if we want to, you know, walk with the authority that authority of what we talk and preach outside. You know, we make sure we practice it privately as well.
For this question, I have to ask.
Sure.
First, youngest Chinese female House Speaker. Personal ambitions in politics. First Chinese female Prime Minister?
No.
Why?
No such ambition.
Why
I
not?
believe we have more qualified people to do the job.
Are you saying you're not qualified to do the job?
Not for Prime Minister, for sure. I know. I
Is
know
it
myself.
a scary job? Nobody actually sat here in our past interviews saying that, yes, I am the one.
You have not interviewed the right individuals there.
Yeah.
But you know, seriously, why not? The thought didn't even cross
No,
your
I'm
mind?
not Prime Minister material. I'm not. I'll tell you openly. No.
Oh, okay. But if the people wanted you,
No, they have people like Rafizi Ramli. They have people like Nurul Izzah. Not Hanayo. No.
but if it's not a Malay, what do you think?
Oh, we have other leaders. We have Gobind Singh. We have Tony Phua. Yeah.
We'll ask them
Yeah.
what they think of Hannah.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll need to wrap up the show. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing with us a lot of stuff there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the
Thank you.
interview.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Ernie. And to all our viewers, thank you so much for watching. And we'll see you once again. I'm Anna. Bye-bye.